Hey guys, this is Heavy Duty Hunter, and today we're going to do the part 2 of the Raspberry Pi review and overview series. So, today we're going to show you some of the cool features on the Raspberry Pi. So to start things off, we're going to go down into the menu. We're going to go down to Help. If you click on Bookshelf, you get a whole ton of magazines from the Magpie. You get all of these books that tell you how to do stuff on the Raspberry Pi. You get all of these magazines. The pictures take a while to load, so I'm not going to load them. And then you get these magazines too. So it has the Magpie, it has all of the books, it has Hackspace, and it has Wireframe. Those are just all Raspberry Pi magazines. And yeah, so that's how you can get your magazines for free on the Raspberry Pi. Another cool thing about it is all the coding languages it comes with. So if you go up to Menu, you go to Programming, you get all of these coding languages. So you have BlueJ Java, you have Geany, Greenfoot Java, Mathematica, Node-RED, Python 3, Scratch 1, Scratch 2, Scratch 3, SenseHat Emulator, Sonic Pi, which is for your music, Thonny Python IDE, and Wolfram. Those are all the coding languages that come on it, but you can download more using the terminal, or if you get something like Pi Apps here, wait for this to load, if you can get something like Pi Apps on it, you press execute. Once you get it loaded up, you can download all of these apps. So that's another cool thing about it. It has Minecraft Bedrock and Minecraft Java. Has like RetroPie. It gives you a few games for RetroPie. And it has all of these things. You'll see a little check mark if you have it and X if you don't. And some of them don't always work. Like RetroPie, it didn't work. So it gives you this little error sign, which is really cool. And then if you go up here, I also have something called PiKiss installed. Let me find it. I'm not sure where it is. Here it is. And this, once it loads up, this will allow you to download some stuff, or you can tweak with it and overclock your Raspberry Pi. And yeah, that's just how it will work. It didn't load up that time. Sometimes it will fail to load up, but you can just load it up again and it will usually work. See, it fired right up that time. Tweaks you can put on, games, emulation, information about the Pi, multimedia, configuration, the internet, a server, developers, other, just other scripts, and then you can press exit and it will exit PiKiss. So that's some cool stuff that you can put on it that can let you put more stuff on your. You might have noticed there's a thing called Minecraft Pi right here. Minecraft Pi is the Raspberry Pi version of Minecraft. It's kind of like normal Minecraft, but the world is really small, so it's similar to your normal phone Minecraft or your computer Minecraft, but with Pi Apps, you can download the full version of Minecraft. This version is just for tweaking around and fiddling with it. Like if you use Python, you can make it like big blocks of TNT that explode when you hit them, which is really cool. I'm going to do a video on that maybe later in the series. Also, one problem that I found with it is there's the Chromium web browser that it has, this one right here, and it doesn't work for your Netflix or your Disney or anything. So what you need to do is you have to find like an article on the internet or something and download Chromium Media Edition. It's also in Pi Apps, and with Chromium Media Edition, it will let you use DRM files, which is what Netflix uses, and then you can play Netflix, because you can't do Netflix with the normal Chromium. Also, if you look here, it has all of these Office apps. LibreOffice Base, which manages databases. LibreOffice Calc, performs calculations and uses spreadsheets. LibreOffice Draw, which you can draw with. LibreOffice Impress, which you can create and edit presentations for slideshows, meeting, and web pages by using Impress. You can use LibreOffice Math, which you can create and edit scientific formulas with math, and LibreOffice Writer, which is like your Microsoft Word or your Google Docs. Also, there's a pretty helpful section over here where it says, you go to Preferences, Add/Remove Software, and you can have all of the softwares that you can download on it through that. Or you can download different softwares using the terminal. But also, if you go to Recommended Software, which is also in Preferences, it'll give you all their recommended software that they think that you should get for your Raspberry Pi, such as, wait for it to load up, it'll have Minecraft Pi, because that's their version of Minecraft. They probably don't have normal Minecraft in it. Has all of these programs on it, which, like Python games, you can play some games with it. Scratch, it'll give you all of the scratches. And yeah, this is just all the stuff that they think that you should get. But you get everything when you go to Add/Remove Software. Except some things like Minecraft Bedrock, it won't let you find that in all software because it's like not really their thing. So you need to type something into the terminal, or also, you can use Pi. If you go to Menu and you click on Accessories, it will give you all of these accessories. An archiver that accesses the archive files, calculator, file manager. I had to install Imager and I don't know why. A PDF viewer, Pi Apps I installed, Raspberry Pi Diagnostics. That's just, it gives you your diagnostics, like your speed test, but you're supposed to use it on a new or newly formatted SD card. So I have some stuff on mine, so I don't want to do that. Also, there's a SD card copier, there's a task manager, and a terminal, which you can also find from clicking up here. If you click on Help, or no, if you click on the task manager down here, you can see like how much of your CPU is being used and your memory that has been used. I haven't used a lot of it. It tells you also everything that you have, how much percent of the CPU it's using, and how much megabytes of memory it's using, which is pretty cool for a $35 computer, I guess. At least you can know if you're like gonna be overheating your Raspberry Pi or over like pressuring it where it shouldn't be. This can tell you. Also, if you go up here, you can press Add/Remove Panel Items, and you press Add. You can add all of these. It's like, okay, so you got Application Launch, which is this up here. That tells me everything that I have open. Battery monitor for if you have a laptop thing for your Pi. Bluetooth. Computer frequency front end. Computer CPU temperature monitor, CPU usage monitor, which watch if I add this, it'll give me this, and if I click on it, it should bring me up to the what's it called? The task manager. It might not this time for whatever reason. Probably because I'm videoing this. It doesn't want to, so I mean, you know why that is, because I'm videoing. Desktop number / workspace name, desktop pager, digital clock, directory menu, ejector, keyboard layout handler, keyboard LED, magnifier, manage networks, menu, minimize all windows, network status monitor, power and battery. Again, I don't know why it has that twice, but it just does for if you have like the laptop Pi top things. Resource monitors, separator, spacer, so that if you wanted a spacer, you can move this over here. You can move it over here. Volume control, weather plugin, wireless and wired network. Another taskbar. and a temperature monitor, which I have up here. If you have a fan and a heatsink, it won't get too hot. Mine's at 34 degrees right now with the fan running and the heatsink on. But if you don't have that and you're like watching your TV or something with it, it will get pretty hot. Or really doing anything can get it really hot. So you might want to have the fan. Like without the fan, it will get really hot. So you might want to have a fan and a heatsink. Also, if you're like just starting your YouTube channel and you want a cheap computer to use to edit your videos, if you go up here, you go to sound and video. It has these two that come on it, VLC Media Player and Timidity, which is the MIDI sequencer. It's not really, I guess, like a editing software. It's more of a like viewer. But you can also put on some pretty good, like decent editing softwares for it. And yeah, so you can use this if you're just starting your YouTube channel.